live watch along of the season. I can't believe I'm saying that. This season flew by as quickly as it could. And yeah, I mean, we're at that stage where we've got 2 games left. Last live watch along of the season. Pretty useless game. We've discussed it in the match preview. But look, it's a game which has to be played. It's a game which prepares us for the biggest game of the season on Wednesday. Obviously, it's Saturday today, so we have a few days to prepare for that final. Looking at the lineup, I expected more rotations, to be honest with you. I expected more academy players to start this game. But yeah, I think I got proven wrong, because a lot of big players, which I think are going to start in the final, are starting today. The biggest one obviously being Chris Smalling in defence, who needs minutes to get his fitness back. So I think it's going to be a good one. I don't think it's going to be a great game. I'm pretty convinced it's going to be a boring game, because none of the 2 teams care about this game, to be honest with you. I think both teams are going to act like this is a training session for both the 2 respective finals. Obviously, us Europa League and Fiorentina for the Conference League. I think both teams are going to play this game in a way that they will avoid injuries, obviously. I don't think they'll play aggressive, and I think you look at the 2 lineups, our lineup and their lineup, and they're pretty dull. You know, a lot of big players are resting on both sides, which is obviously understandable. We're obviously going to go through the lineups in a second, both ours and theirs, but obviously you know the role in these live watch-alongs. If you haven't already, let me know in the live chat your final score predictions for this game, and who do you think will score. I'm going to be boring, but also original. I'm going to go 0-0 in this one. I think, I've said it for the past week, this game has got a 0-0 draw written all over it. Yeah, I think both managers and both the 2 teams are going to be too scared for injuries. And it's just not the time to get injured, if you see what I mean. So yeah. Get the predictions in the live chat. Also, smash the like button in this stream if you want live watch-alongs to continue happening next season. Do all of that. Let's try and get as many likes as possible. If you like this live stream, that tells me that you want live watch-alongs next season as well. And it's going to be a great season. You know, I can't wait for it. So, yeah. Right. Let's look at the lineups. I'm going to start with our lineup. Right, let's start with our lineup, and then we'll move on to their lineup. Well, I kind of expected this. I'll be honest with you, but I expected more rotations, as I just said. Now, our lineup, we are playing with obviously a 3-4-2-1. 3-4-2-1. Svilor in goal, so no Rui Patricio. Llorente, Smalling, and Bove in defence. This is interesting, because obviously Smalling is our biggest defender and will definitely be playing in the final. But he obviously needs minutes in his legs to get that fitness back, and obviously he hasn't been playing much lately, so I understand him starting this game. And to be fair, I'm not complaining, because having Smalling in defence gives me a bit more confidence, especially when you look at our goalkeeper. Nothing against Villar, but obviously doesn't have the rhythm of Rui Patricio. Doesn't have the experience of Rui Patricio. So Smalling, Llorente next to him, I predicted that. And Bove as a centre-back again. Now, this is interesting, because... Hang on a sec. What the hell? I think I got it wrong on the graphics. Oh, no, yeah. I got it right. I just switched the Wijnaldum's and El Shaarawy's position on the graphics on the screen. So yeah, Bove is a centre-back again, which means that he played well as a centre-back against Salernitana, because, I mean, it also explains the fact that we don't want to risk a Mancini, we don't want to risk Ibanez for the final. And Bove as a centre-back truly shows that he is going to become a very versatile player. Because if at 21 years old you can play as a midfielder and as a defender at the same time, it shows to the manager that you've got a lot of versatility in you. So Bove is great as a centre-back again. My 4 midfielders are Zalewski, and El Shaarawy on the two fullbacks. Now, I got my graphic wrong on the screen because I put Misori and Zalewski as fullbacks, Wijnaldum as a central mid, and El Shaarawy as an attacking mid. I got everything wrong in that graphic, but I'm really not going to change it because I can't be bothered. So Zalewski and El Shaarawy on the two sides, says One Football. Tahirovic and Misori in the midfield. So Misori playing in the centre, and then Gini and Sobakin behind Belotti. Belotti, look, I'm going to call it Belotti's last dance because I don't expect him starting the final. I expect him to start in the last game of the season, but this is the last dance. When I say last dance, not last dance because it's one of the last games of the season, but last dance because if he doesn't do something great in this game, and if he doesn't do something great in the final, and if he doesn't do something great against Lo Spezia at home in the most useless game of the season, there is no point in us triggering and kind of buying him permanently. I think it would be wrong to do it even right now. I think we need a better second striker. I respect Belotti because he's fought for this team, but he doesn't score the goals. And I think this can be the last dance for Belotti in a Roma jersey. I actually feel like Belotti is going to score today. Having said this, I have a little feeling he can score today. Which moves on to the Fiorentina lineup. Again, I expected more rotations on their side, but they're playing with a pretty good lineup. They've got Ciro Foligno in goal. No idea who he is. He's their third goalkeeper because Golini doesn't play here anymore. Yeah, I mean he's their third goalkeeper. And then four defenders are Venuti, Martinez, Igor, and Biraghi, who's a great player. So he's starting this game. Defensive mids are Mandragora and Duncan. Attacking mids are Ikone on the right, Saponara on the left, and Barak in the middle. And they are playing with Luka Jovic up front. Now, Luka Jovic it's a battle between bottler strikers because both Belotti and Jovic, everybody expected more from them. Both have been one of the two worst strikers in the league. So yeah, who's gonna score today? Is it the Fiorentina bottler or the Roma bottler? Yeah, he was a great player at Eintracht Frankfurt, but I think with Jovic is that I think he's an overrated player because what did he do with Real Madrid? I don't know you've got the pressure because obviously Real Madrid is the biggest club in the world. What did he do with Fiorentina? He had a great season at Eintracht Frankfurt. Everybody went, oh my god, incredible. Overrated striker. Massively overrated striker. I am not worried about Jovic today. I'm not, especially because Smalling's playing, so I'm not worried about Jovic. Player who I think is going to create the most problems is Ikone because he's fast and because Zalewski's marking him. And Zalewski in defense, two things don't link well together. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I want more predictions in the chat. I want more likes in this live stream. Because if you don't like this live stream, I don't know if I'm going to do live watch-alongs next season. So smash that like button if you haven't already. Right, let's read some comments. Mohammed, hello. I had to create a second account because I can't comment on my main account. I haven't even spoiled in the comments. I don't remember blocking anyone called Mohammed. Everyone else may start from the bench against Seville. 2-0. So back and then El Shaarawy to score. Yeah, this is a classic El Shaarawy game. We are only 4 points off top 4. We win today and Milan lose to Juve and Atalanta lose to Inter. We win against Spezia and Milan drop points and we get top 4. Yeah, I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. And I've said this in the match preview. It's not mathematically done. And until it's mathematically done, I still believe in top 4. But this game is like, if we want top 4 via the league, we have to win this game. We have to win this game. Because if we don't win this game, it's mathematically done. So I don't think it's going to happen because the focus is going to be on the Europa League final. And another reason why, Lo Spezia is so bad. And I know we can easily beat them, but they are playing their last game week of the season against the team which is coming from a Europa League final, and their safety in the Serie next season depends on that game. So yeah, we're playing at home. Let's say we win the final, enthusiasm at its peak. I'm not excluding us winning that game, but that game against Lo Spezia is going to mean 20 times more to them than it is to us. So look, I think step by step, let's win today, let's win the final, let's win Lo Spezia, let's end the season, let's enjoy the summer. That's the plan. That's the plan. Smalling captain today, by the way. Yes, not mathematically done. I think Atalanta's not winning tonight, and I think Milan is not winning tomorrow against Juventus, which is good according to this plan. Next weekend, who's everyone playing? We're playing Lo Spezia. Milan are playing Verona. That's a similar discussion as us with Lo Spezia. Safety could come up to all that game. And then, Atalanta playing Monza. It's open. It's open. I'm not excluding it. It's open. It can happen, but I just don't think it will happen. Belotti scored 3 goals in Europa League. If Fiorentina didn't get an injury and picked up pace, I think he would be featured in finals instead of Ibanez. Fiorentina Smalling getting minutes is positive. No injury. Yeah, no injuries. This game, we really don't need injuries in this game. Spezia is not a useless game at all. If things go our way, top 4 is closer, then we win. Yeah, I think it's a useless game only if we lose, if we win the final. If we win the final, that game is the most useless game in the last 100 years. 1-1 and Elsha's gonna score today. Yeah, I kind of agree with these predictions. Let me quickly switch this because there's a little. There we go. Do you think Mourinho will leave Roma end of the season? And if so, where do you think he will go? I think it's unpredictable. I'm not going to say so because I've said it so many times and I've reached that stage where I'm reading different universes every single day. Now, the last thing which I've read today is coming from Il Corriere dello Sport, and it's saying that if we win Europa League, Mourinho is tempted to renew his contract at Roma. And this is the same source which 1 week ago said Mourinho's going to leave Roma at the end of the season. We have reached that stage where all the media wants to do is distract us from that final. And Mourinho can leave at the end of the season. I'm not excluding this. But I think it's unpredictable right now. I think Mourinho knows what his future will be like. I think the Fredkins and Mourinho know and have decided the future. But they're not ready to announce it. And they will not announce it. Where do I think he'll go? If he'll go away, I don't know. Will Dybala start the Europa League final? I don't think start. But play. If we win Europa League, we get pot 1. Yes, I agree, and it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Is the transfer budget still in the limbo based on UCL qualification? You mean like, is our transfer budget still restricted by FFP if we get Champions League? If that's the question, then yes, we obviously are going to get more money, but it's still restricted by FFP. But obviously we've got more money to spend if we qualify for Champions League. But again, I don't think that if we qualify for Champions League, I don't personally think it's the money which... Because the money will be a lot, but it's not the money factor about the window which attracts me the most. It's the fact that if we win Europa League, I think we're going to attract big players. That's the thing. Right, these referees, hopefully they'll have a good game today. We are coming from terrible referee performances. Top 4 is closer than it seems. Roma need a central midfielder. Yeah, well, we'll go through a few questions on the transfer today. Kind of like, who do you want, who do you take, and all of that. Teams are ready. It's the last Fiorentina game at home, so the players stepped on the pitch with their children. Fiorentina is also debuting their new kit today. Our kit looks absolutely insane. Did everyone see our new kit? Our new kit, unbiased here, is the best I've seen so far. The wolf is back. It's just, yeah. Right. The game is about to start. We are going to start with the bull. Pot 2 is much better because we can play winners of bad leagues that go to pot 1. Yeah, but if we're in pot 2, we can also face Real Madrid, City, and all of those teams. So, yeah, I'd rather be pot 1. Or Fiorentina playing their best game today? No, they're not. Right, game started. Again, as always, if you're an OG subscriber, you know this. It's the last live watch along of the season. Please don't spoil the show, the game to anyone. I am behind, and yeah, if you've been here for a while, you probably know this. That zone is crap, but there's nothing I can do about it. So yeah, don't spoil the game. That's all I'm asking. Right, Bob is starting up front here. It does not look like he's playing as a centre back. It looks like he's advanced, so the graphic is definitely wrong because he looks like he's playing in his original position. Martinez Cuarta changes side. Good from Missouri. Velotti wants the foul, doesn't get the foul. I would have liked to see Volpato today. You know what? Volpato's a bit of a mystery because I think Mourinho has understood that. Right, I think what Mourinho understood is that not all of our academy players are going to become a big part of the Roma project. And I think, because look, you compare the amount of times we've used Volpato towards this end part of the season and towards the start, and it doesn't make sense. Because towards the start, we always subbed Volpato into games. He also won us a game against Verona. And now we've never seen Volpato anymore. I think Mourinho realised, picking up other academy players, that Volpato's talent is weaker than other academy players and has prioritised other youth players. Look, I've always liked Volpato, and I think Volpato's a great player. But I've never liked one thing about Volpato, which is he is too selfish sometimes. And I was one of the first to say this. Volpato sometimes only focuses on the skills and on the making himself look cool part. You're 18 years old, that's not what you're here to do. You're here to potentially build your future. That's not how you present yourself to the fan base. Throw into Fiorentina. So the 23-24 home kit leaks and it looks amazing. Hope we don't get a sponsor. Even if we did, I would like Toyota to be the sponsor. I don't think it's going to be Digital Bits because they stopped paying us. So I don't understand why we would keep Digital Bits on our screen, on our kit. Martinez, Cuarta turns around, Gini puts that pressure. I believe we're playing with a 4-3-3. It looks like we're playing with a 4-3-3 from the screen. Because it looks like, yeah. It looks like we're playing with Zalewski, Llorente, Smalling and Missouri in defense. Jovic. Villar gets it. Yeah, it looks like we're playing on the 4-3-3. Players like Tammy, Belotti, Patricio and Ibanez have been massive disappointments. Right, look, my first question to you guys is this one. Pick one player from the current first team Look, no, let me rephrase this. You can pick one player from your current first team to be sold this summer. Who do you pick? Everybody answer. Because one thing which I want to do in this stream is also focus on the transfer window. It's the last live watch along of the season, so we'll have some debates when it comes to the transfer. First question related to that is, pick one player. You have the power to pick one player from your first current team, from your first team, and sell him this summer to fuel up the transfer window, and just because you think he's been a disappointment and won't be better next season. Who is it? Everybody feel free. Different opinions are always good. Yorante, change your site to Smalling. In fact, you know what? Should we do the poll thing again? Because the poll thing was fun last time. Should we do the polls thing again? Quick yes or no in the chat. Should we do a polls game again? Answering debates using polls. I think it's more entertaining. Yes or no in the chat. Yes or no in the chat. Oh, Ikone goes. He's fast. He goes. Great from Smalling. That's what he needs to bring in Budapest. That's what he needs to bring in Budapest. Again, poor defending from Zalewski there. Jovic claps. Oh my god, this Fiorentina kid looks woeful. What's that? What are those little spots? They look like snails. Kit designs are not good. I mean, some brands have good kit designs, others don't. The best kit designer is by far Adidas. The worst kit designer is by far Nike. Nike, I call it Nike, but a lot of you call it Nike. They are so minimal when it comes to kits. And I was discussing this yesterday on the Tottenham Away channel. Nike kits are so boring. Belotti tries to jump towards God there. El Shaarawy goes. Ooh, good ball. Bove. Wants a foul. No, that's not a pen. Right, should we do the debate thing? The poll thing? Yeah, let's do it. Go on. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are not massively interested about the game. Let's all be honest here. I mean, I am. I love for us to win. I think it prepares us mentally, especially because of Champions League, getting closer to that top four, and the second thing, because I think we're not. The last time we won in the league was 6 games ago. That's a lot, and it's not the best way possible to prepare for a final. Right, who do you? El Shaarawy wins a foul there. Who do you sell this summer? I'm gonna put Tammy in. I'm gonna put Ibanez in. I'm gonna put. Who do you put? You can't put players which you'd get no money for. Tammy, Ibanez. Look, I hope this doesn't happen, but I'm putting Spina in because effectively. It could happen. It's not going to happen, but it could happen. If we have a big offer for Spinazzola, I think the ownership sells him. So I'm going to put him in. Tammy, Ibanez, Spina, and the last one which I'm going to put in is... yeah, Belotti. But again, we're not going to get money from Belotti, so just... In fact, you know what? I'm going to keep it as a 3, because everybody's going to vote Belotti otherwise. Go. I saw your chat on Tottenham Away channel that you're getting remorse for sacking Jose. It was a fun chat yesterday. Really enjoyed it. We had a big chats on everything. on obviously Thiago Pinto being linked with Tottenham, Jose and what Jose brought to this team, what he did into that team. Um, we also spoke about potential future Tottenham manager. That's something which I'm going to ask you guys in the course of this live watch along, because obviously Tottenham fans are worried because every manager is turning their offer down. You look at Nagelsmann, you look at Pochettino, you look at the Bold Goblin, Arne Slot. Everybody's saying no to Tottenham, and Tottenham fans, especially, Iggy and all of those yesterday in the Tottenham away channel, are scared that Ryan Mason is staying. Free kick to them, deflection, it's a corner kick. Right, 50% say Tammy. I'm gonna. If you want, I'll say this again. I'm gonna say it again and again and again. I want Tammy to stay. I want Tammy to stay because if we get good support to him, he's gonna back the goals. He's suffered so much from our defensive football this season. So, yes, he's been. Look, let's all be real. He's been shit. He has been shit. But I just feel like give him one more chance. Give him one more chance. Right, long ball for Belotti here. The offside flags doesn't go up. Belotti cross in. Ooh, so backing. It's 1-0. It's 1-0 to us. El Shaarawy. 1-0 Roma. Great. Belotti chips it to Solbakken. Heads it to El Shaarawy. 1-0 Roma. Good. I like this. El Shaarawy is always there when you need him. Always there when you need him. He gets in a game. He plays a game. He gets subbed in a game. He is always there for our own safety. El Shaarawy came back from his injury against Monza. 2 games, 2 goals. Get that contract sorted ASAP. Right now. And by the way, fair play to Solbakken there. It's always him. It's always him. Belotti chips it to Solbakken, heads it to El Shaarawy. That's how you prepare for a Europa League final. Yes. What a man. What a man. What a man. No offside. VAR is not checking this. It's 1-0 to us after 12 minutes. It's just the respect this player has for this team. The respect this player has for these fans. The respect this player has for this badge. It's... Get his contract sorted. Get his contract sorted as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Smash the like button in this live stream for El Shaarawy. For El Shaarawy's dedication to our team. For El Shaarawy's honor and love for the badge he is wearing. Click that like button for him. And if you want him to renew that contract. I suck as an admin. I fully admit that. No, you're good, mate. You're good. You're good. Beautiful. Beautiful, says Omar. You know it's a good day when Omar is happy. El Shaarawy reminds me of Inzaghi in his later years. El Shaarawy. El Shaarawy. Yeah, no, the thing with El Shaarawy, he had that point, he had that down in his career simply because he chose money over passion. And that is the decision which has made El Shaarawy the player he is today. And I could not be more convinced when I say this. El Shaarawy right now is someone which has learned from his mistake. Back during COVID era, when he chose money over passion to go to China, where he earned 4 cents every second and went to the Chinese league being aware that it was a mistake. After he made that mistake and came back to Rome, El Shaarawy has got a different attitude and personality. And I always say this, a good block by Zvalor there, but every time El Shaarawy gets injured, he never places one word out of order. He's always available, always saying, spitting facts, but in a way which makes him proud of the kit he's wearing. And I just feel like it's that decision that, unfortunately, he has made that decision, but he's learned from that decision he made. Going to China for money, just for money, in a league at a pretty young age, because he was young. We can't say he was an old player. At a time where he joined the Chinese league in the worst time to be in China, let's all be honest, when the COVID pandemic started, he's learned from that. He's traced that down and he's understood that he can be better than that. And since his arrival at Roma, I've never seen El Shaarawy play a bad game. Yes, he can get his bad day, but every player can get their bad day. And it's incredible how every time he gets subbed in or plays a game, he scores. It's insane. Smalling heads it away, Sonchwith Smalling. Have that alliteration. I actually have a soft spot for Fiorentina because of Batistuta. We got Fiorentina exactly where we want them. Yeah, good start, especially considering the fact we've got a final. Great interception from Bove there. Belotti back to Missori. Right, let's see if the poll changes. Right, still Tammy up front. 48% say Tammy, 35% say Ibanez. I think it's a close call between him and Ibanez. Spina's definitely the one which is staying. I just feel like Tammy needs one last chance. And I want Tammy to get one last chance. I truly want Tammy to get it. Ooh, bad there. Barak, Ikone, Barak on the floor. Right, Barak goes here. Martinez Quarta. Simon Jose might leave if we lose the Europa League final. I would only sell Tammy if we could buy Mitrovic. Yeah, look, the next debate we're going to do in a bit is striker, which everybody wants if Tammy leaves. Ikone goes, he's got space there. Ikone, good from El Shaarawy cutting his space down. Bove. Oh my god, Bove is too good. No foul. Genie goes. He's got space. This game, the biggest win in today's game is if we can get no injuries. He's got a fraction of the service, but still wasteful with the few chances he does get. Yeah, no, look, I think Tammy this season, it's been a mixture of lack of service and feeling too much pressure. If you combine that, you've got Tammy this season. Because you can tell that he's not as secure as he was last season. Great from Zalewski there, good. Belotti, El Shaarawy goes. That's a shitty ball. Simon, as an Italian, what would you rate Jose's Italian out of 10? I'd give him a solid 8. I think he speaks better than many other managers. I mean, yeah, obviously he managed in Italy before. The guy who surprised me the most is Matic. It's Matic without a doubt. Matic came in Rome less than 1 year ago, speaks better than Smalling in the past 4 years. And that also shows, that's a minimal detail which shows you Matic's professionalism and how he's one of the most professional out of all. Because communication is very important in football. And Roma is an Italian team. You know, Roma can speak in English, obviously. But Roma's captain is Italian. And I struggle to believe Pellegrini as a captain communicates in English. Because that doesn't preserve a good image towards the fans. If you're an Italian team and the Italian captain speaks in English, that's not a good image which you're showing to the fans. Because learn the Italian. But what I will say, Matic is always, it makes himself available, learning another language. And this is, don't get me wrong, it's also because of Matic's experience and professionalism, but it's because Matic is from the Balkans, is from the Slav countries, 100%. Those countries, the fact that their language is one of the hardest languages out there makes them way better at communicating. And I'm not, laugh as much as you want at this. People from Croatia, people from Serbia, people from Montenegro, all of those countries are good. You can tell that they are way better than other nationalities when it comes to learning new languages and making themselves available. 100%. 100%. Seeing the replay on that goal, very goal. Yeah, good goal. Great team goal. Right. Let's move on to another debate. Right, one debate which I'm gonna do before that striker debate. Ooh. Tammy's not the first one anymore. Ibanez is now. Ibanez leads the race. 49% for Ibanez, 37 say Tammy, and 14 says Spina. That's what I agree on the most. Right, let's close this debate regarding Roma's transfer window, and let's state this one. Genie on a permanent deal. Yes or no? Because obviously Genie's got a big question mark ahead of him as well. Simon, how many languages can you speak fluently? I can speak Italian, English, and French. I don't speak French that fluent as I do Italian and English, obviously, but I can speak French. So yeah, 3 languages. Bove, great stop. Tahirovic. So back end doesn't stop the ball. Dybala, is he available for the final? Mr. Simon. Please don't call me Mr. man. Look, I'm reading Dybala's conditions are improving. So I think Dybala is going to be available for the final. Problem is, I'm not sure if he'll start from the very first minute. Because another thing about the final is preserving time, balancing time. And if we need Dybala for penalties, then obviously we need Dybala if we get to penalties or even extra time. So I do think it's a big mistake starting him from the very first minute. But I think he is going to be available. He's going to leave with the team, obviously. And I think he's going to end up playing some games. Thiago Pinto is whispering something in Ryan Fredkin's ear. Right, let's see what people think on the Genie thing. 56% say no. And 44% say yes. I understand that. And I also understand Logical's argument that we need squad depth. I understand every argument upon Genie. And I think it's going to be a decision which the ownership and Jose are going to make together. If Jose stays, obviously. Right, that's a foul on Bove. 25 minutes have gone. Must keep Genie, says Ernesto Martinez. Keep Tammy, he honours the badge and loves the club. Look how he's clapping when El Shaarawy scored. Many players these days after money and their fame. Tammy will improve under Jose. I agree with that statement. Koulibaly, who plays for Salernitana, is decent. I thought wouldn't mind seeing him at Roma. I could imagine he is cheap too. Zalewski. Good first 25 minutes. I definitely was not expecting these 25 minutes. Zalewski, good ball into Belotti. El Shaarawy goes. Tahirovic uses his physique. Good from Tahirovic too. I wouldn't let Ibanez leave. We are going to regret it. El Shaarawy. Oh, what a ball, Genie! So back in. Oh, what a save from that defender. What a ball from El Shaarawy again. Oh, great defending there. That would have been 2-0. So Bakken would have scored. Jovic. Gina's going to get more injured. Simon, thoughts on Ziyech? Would you still like to see him at Roma? I would. But I also have another doubt on Gini. Good save from Zvilor. Sorry, not Gini, Ziyech. Thing with Ziyech is that this season he's played really little amounts. So I would love Ziyech, and I think Ziyech is the kind of player we need, not just to increase that section, but also to increase the amounts of goals we scored. And Tammy would love a player like Ziyech behind him. I would love Ziyech himself, but I'm also asking myself and questioning Ziyech. Do we really need a player who for the past 2 years has not been playing much anymore? Because let's all be honest, Ziyech is not Ajax level anymore. Let me quickly charge my computer. So I don't know. I think Ziyech is a good prototype player we need in that section. I am not that sure, I'm that convinced as I was a few months ago when it is actually him who we need, or maybe someone similar. Like for example, I know it's two completely different positions, right? But I would rather get Tielemans than Ziyech as things stand. And I know you can't compare the two because one of the two is more box to box, one of the two is more attackive and offensive. But out of the two, I would choose Tielemans as a priority first. Because I think we need someone like Tielemans, box to box, especially if Gini leaves. I think we need a good replacement. Gini on a permanent deal, 53% say yes. Ooh, so right. Yes is leading the race now. 53% say yes and 47% say no. I think it depends on what the manager wants, and it depends on the amount of money that PSG is asking. I wouldn't take Ziyech. We have more than enough wingers as it is. My ideal signing would be Tielemans, Dia, and Dika, and Zaha. Yeah. Those are good players. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, please smash that like button. Let's try and get 40 likes by halftime would be great. So please smash that like button if you want live watch-alongs to be here next season. Show that support on this one. Smash it and subscribe if you're new too. Why is there a drink break? Because it's hot. It's boiling. It's boiling. I play tennis. Look, that's why I'm red. It's boiling today in Italy. I mean, in Rome, but Florence is literally like Rome. 1 hour, 2 hour difference. Like, I mean, not difference in terms of jet lag. I mean, distance. It's hot. It's a very hot day. So yeah, I think the yes wins this. It's a close one, but yes wins this one. So the majority says yes for Genie on a permanent deal. Right, moving on to the next one. I am gonna ask this question. Ideal striker. Now I'm gonna put some names in. This does not mean we're linked with them. This does not mean we're gonna get them. But I'm gonna put some names in, which I think could happen if Tammy leaves as a striker replacement. I am putting Mitrovic in. Again, Mitrovic costs a lot, but we would get a lot of money from Tammy. I'm putting Mitrovic in. I am putting someone like Haller in. In terms of characteristics here, I'm putting Boulaye Dia in. And I'm putting Romelu Lukaku in. Out of these four, I think the one which would happen, in my opinion, the most is Lukaku. Because if Chelsea want Tammy back, I can see them fixing a deal with Lukaku in. If Tammy leaves, my vote on this poll, if Tammy leaves, is Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku is not a finished player. Romelu Lukaku is an amazing striker. And anybody who says Lukaku is a finished player, you've just based that knowledge on one season, a poor season. And every single player has bad seasons. So Lukaku's not a finished player. Lukaku is a good player, a great striker. So I'm putting these four names in. It's a free kick. That's a dangerous free kick for Fiorentina. 30 minutes in the game. Yellow card for Misori. I can't get over the fact that the SPQR thing is stuck on that shirt. It's so bad to see. I hope we're not playing a Europa League final with SPQR stuck on a jersey. I mean, we are playing with the red kit, I believe, because Seville's white. But it's so bad. I don't think Inter is going to keep Lukaku. I really don't. And I've read a lot of things about Marotta and their CEO and their general director, and they aren't convinced about Lukaku staying. I think Lukaku is going to go back to Chelsea at the end of the season. The only thing is, now that Chelsea's got a new manager, Pochettino, does he take him, does he not? If he leaves and they get Tammy back, I think Lukaku at Roma is a feasible path. Right, Biraghi takes this. He's very good at these free kicks, so be careful. Best free kick taker in the league. Villar gets it.
Guida il futuro. Con Peugeot 200.
Right, Lukaku's leading the race. Simon, you don't like SPQR symbol of Rome? You prefer digital bits? That's not what I said. I said I don't like the way SPQR is literally stuck on that kit. If you pay close attention to that kit, SPQR looks like it's glued on the kit. The color of SPQR is completely different to the kit. It's like you have blue cargo jeans, you rip them apart, and you put a red thing to cover the hole. red on blue jeans. Like, no, it doesn't suit well. How did your exams go? Good, not bad, not bad. Not bad. They went well. Apart from the mechanics exam. That thing was impossible. It was like hell. Opinions on Dominguez from Bologna. He looks like a real Mourinho player. Plays for the badge. Yeah, he's a good player. I wouldn't mind him. I think he's one of those players which is a good backup line. Zaleski dragged on the floor, but I think he's given the free kick. The throw-in. No, it's a throw-in to us. Got it. Italian-American Renaissance. What a name. Oh, Genie! Deflection, corner kick. Fiorentina's not defending today. Their defense just turned off. What a ball from Bove again. AS Roma. Right, corner kick. Sevilla are playing Real Madrid tonight. Hopefully Vini breaks somebody's leg. Vini wants revenge. Vini wants revenge towards that Liga organization after all that happened. If he breaks somebody's leg, I wouldn't be sad. Maybe he breaks Lamella's leg. Go on, Vini. Crack it open. Right, Bove's got space here in 10-ish minutes to go to half-time. It's offside. Right, let's see what people think on the striker thing. 52% say Romelu, 24% say Mitrovic, 16% say Haller, 8% say Boulaye Dia. Surprised about that. I thought Boulaye Dia would have been one of the first choices. I know a lot of people are interested in Dia. I would have preferred to draw or even lose this game than to draw against Salernitana. Amanda's never happy, is she? Ikane. Villar stops it with his chest. He's built different. He stops the ball with his chest. Opinions on Inter-Atalanta game? Great game. I won't be watching it. Going out tonight, but yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I do not think Atalanta is gonna win. I think Inter's winning that game. Inter just look too good. So back in, that's a short pass to El Shaarawy. Zalewski. How the hell? I'm looking at all these pictures, right? Of Borussia Dortmund. How the hell do you bottle a league? Like, no, you can bottle a league. How the hell do you bottle such a farmers league? It's just... bottling the Bundesliga is literally like melting ice cream in Alaska. It can't melt. When you've got an ice cream in Alaska, it cannot melt. When you're first in the Bundesliga with one game remaining at home against Mainz, who's nothing to play for, you bottle the league. Oh my God, how do you do that? To be fair, I wanted Dortmund to win that to end the Bayern dominion 10 years straight. 11, I think it is now. But how? How do you... if I'm a Dortmund fan, I would revolt. How does a team like Borussia Dortmund bottle the league at home against Mainz? when not even saying Mainz depended on that game. You know, I would have understood that result if Mainz were like all in that game because they had to save themselves from relegation. Mainz were happily ever after. They didn't give a crap about that game, and yet Borussia Dortmund bottled the league because they didn't win against that team. To be fair, yeah, I don't know who to blame. If it's the players, if it's the manager. I don't follow much Bundesliga. I just follow these big events. But yeah, how do you do it? How do you bottle such a league? I feel bad, but at the same time I don't feel bad because you can't bottle such a league. I mean, it's pretty. When you're Bayern Munich, obviously you're happy you won the league. It's not that good when it comes to winning a league with equal points because of goal difference. Imagine losing a league title because of goal difference. Like, cross in. Oh, Sharawi, what a pass. Belotti fights. Look at him fighting. Fiorentina manager looks like Spalletti. Did I see Dorboe warming up? Don't know. Was not paying attention. 5 minutes to go. I'm going to answer all those questions in the chat. Let's just focus these last 5 minutes in the game. By the way, nobody's smashing that like button today. It's the last live watch along of the season. El Shaarawy scored again. What are you waiting to smash that like button? Everybody do it. Takes literally 0 seconds. A millisecond. You're done. You see? You've liked that. And you've also subscribed. You're a legend. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Perisic lost that game for Dortmund. I didn't even know he was the manager before that game. Gini Wijnaldum. Simon, please tell me, I know we haven't got billions, but why are we waiting to sign free agents? What are we waiting to sign? They are now talking to others right now. No signing free agent is Bottle John. Mate, I get that, but we are in a Europa League final. Nobody gives a crap about the transfer window right now. Talk concerns is always concerned about the transfer window. Keep calm. Enjoy this Europa League final. The second that Europa League final is over, trust me, we're going to sign somebody. It's not the priority right now. It's probably never going to happen again that we're in a Europa League final. Enjoy the moment. Don't forget it. Forget about the transfer window. That can come. And yeah. Alla Roma preferiresti Aller o Mitrovic? Right, free kick. Zaleski takes this. Yellow card for Martinez Cuarta. Free kick. So Bakken takes it, goes in. Genie heads it, but it's wide over the bar. Oh wow, my tennis coach is enjoying life at Disneyland Paris. I really want to go back to Disneyland. Friel, what a save. It's a corner kick. Disneyland. What a shot from El Shaarawy. Just too good. He's too good. He's too good. When it comes to technique, I'm pretty sure I've said this already. He's the best player after Dybala when it comes to technique in this team. Not even a question mark. What a save. Great save that is. Disneyland. Disneyland. We want Disneyland. Free kick. Ikone. Right, halftime's gonna end. Igor. Four minutes of added time in the first half. Have you ever asked yourself where they get the minutes from? Oh, what a terrible pass. It's a counter-attack. Belotti. So back in. Belotti wants it. So back and keeps it. Gives it to Belotti. Belotti shoots. What a save again. What a shot. I kind of feel bad for Belotti though. He is unlucky. What a save that was. Even better than the first one. No, maybe not. It's a save which looks complicated live, but it's not that hard when it comes to... So Bakken and Belotti are linking up really well together. Right, so Bakken takes this. Oh, I thought that was a goal. It's that. Oh, no, it's not a goal. You know what? I have to be honest with you. I am really scared for Wednesday. I'm really scared for Wednesday because I'm really scared if we lose. I really am. It's the first time where I'm genuinely scared about us losing the game. Because if we lose that game, I only see this current situation going downhill. And if we lose that game, the amount of Lazio fans which are going to mock us, oh my god. It can't happen. It can't happen. Please, wherever you are, please, 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 we can't lose that game. It's going to take me so long to rehabilitate after a potential defeat on Wednesday. I will not be the same person for at least the following month. We can't lose on Wednesday. We can't lose on Wednesday. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm leaving on Monday for the final, by the way. So, series is gonna come. I'm planning everything. So, yeah. I'm leaving on Monday. Ikone, Zalewski's on him. Cross in. I think the key on Wednesday is very simple. Calm. 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 The key on Wednesday is being calm. Because if we panic, it's not gonna end well. And it's always like this in football, but especially on Wednesday, we have to chill. We have to acknowledge the fact that if we win, we win, and we lose, we lose. And if we lose, we've had a great season. Because nobody would have ever predicted this. And we have to behave. Right, halftime. We have to behave as if it's a final, because it's a final, but as if it's not a final. We have to play like we're playing today, but with more will, because it's a final and it means everything to the Eternal City. But look, I'm glad it's not today. I'm glad it's not tomorrow. I'm glad it's not on Monday. I'm glad we still have a few days to prepare for that game, to psychologically prepare for that game and the potential outcomes of that game. And I think the most important thing to understand is, if we win, we win. We lose, we lose. Because in sports, there's only one winner. And I would pay all the money I have for that winner to be us, but I can't do that. So yeah, bring it on. Let's focus on the second half first, because if we win today, I'm already starting to be more confident. You know, us winning a useless game prepares us mentally and all of that. Right, let's move on to another poll. The next poll which I'm gonna do is right. Yeah, people say look Lukaku. Look, let's do a poll about worst case scenarios if Jose leaves. Let's do who do you want as Jose's as a potential Jose replacement? I'm gonna put all the managers which we have listed. Replacement. How the hell do you? Yeah, replacement. Nagelsmann, Conte. In fact, no. Let's do this poll first. Is Jose leaving? Staying? Leaving. There you go. And then we will do the candidate poll. We are Conference League Cup winners. Most of the players know how to handle pressure of a final, and mostly led by a manager with most experience in Euro finals. I hope so. I really hope so. Any Seville news? So we're playing against Real Madrid right now. The game is starting in 5 minutes. Let's look at their lineup, right? Let's see how much rotations they're having. Right. Real Madrid, Seville, starting in 5 minutes. They are playing with a pretty full team. Definitely fuller than us. They are playing with Bono in goal, Montiel, Goudelli, Rakic, and Acuna in defense, who is suspended for the final. They are playing with Bueno and Rakitic in defensive mid. They're playing with Bryan Hill, Lamela and El Papu Gomez, and then they're playing with Rafa Mir up front. Real Madrid are playing... No, Vinicius. Oh no. Vini's not even on the bench. Courtois in goal. Vasquez, Eder Militao, Alaba and Mendy in defense. Modric, Tchouaméni and Kroos in the midfield, and Valverde, Rodrigo and Ceballos up front. Real Madrid don't look favourites. You look at that lineup, it's a massive lineup, but it's like their B team. Seville and Real Madrid both don't care about this game, but hopefully Real Madrid win to kind of wind them up, wind them down, kill their momentum. Up, a la Madrid, a la Madrid, a la Madrid. Yeah, right, quite a lot of you in, so if you haven't already, as I've always said, smash that like button if you want live watch-alongs to happen next season. Show the support in this one, and that means to me that you want live watch-alongs next season. So please smash that like button, and yeah, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Let's speak about the first half. Let's speak about mathematically entering a potential top 4, even though it's very hard via the league. And let's also speak about, a few random things. First impressions on the first half. Good game. Was not expecting us to lead, but we are leading with a great team goal. Belotti chips it into Solbakken, which heads it to Belotti. So El Shaarawy puts it in. Good goal. think we're playing a good game. Not many chances for Fiorentina. Smalling in defence is playing solid. He's getting those minutes back when it comes to fitness. I think it's a good game. Bov is playing well. Misori is playing well. Tahirovic is playing well. The academy players are playing well. Then what? We have El Shaarawy playing as a beast today. And I'm also liking Belotti and Solbakken. I think Belotti, El Shaarawy and Solbakken today are linking up really well. Belotti is playing well today. And he's never fit. Belotti is deep down is always injured. He's never 100% fit. So I'm not mad at any of the players today. I think we're playing well. Villar is playing good. So yeah. Right, let's see what you guys think on the poll, and then we will look at the top 4 situation, if it's still open or not. Really well. 58% say staying, 60% say staying, 40% say leaving. You reckon Jose plays a 5 at the back or a 4 in the finale? None of the two. I think he plays with a 3 at the back, like we've been playing for the entire season. I can't see Jose changing the formation in the biggest game of the season. So yeah, majority think Jose's going to stay. I do think Jose's going to stay, but that's because my opinion never changes. I can see Jose leave, I can see Jose stay. It's a 50-50 for me. I think it's one of those situations which Jose and the Fredkins already know. I think Jose right now knows what his future will be like. And it's so frustrating to live in a world where somebody living in the same world knows the answer to one of the biggest questions of the summer. Jose knows what he's going to do. I think they've already decided it with the Fredkins, and they're just waiting for that final, after that final, regardless of the result, to announce it. If we lose, I think Jose leaves. If we win, I think Jose stays. But I would not be surprised if we lose and Jose stays, and if we win, Jose leaves. Because I can see Jose exiting the stage as a hero, winning Conference League, winning Europa League, and off. And that would leave such a cold and powerful image to the fan base. But on the other hand, if Jose wins Europa League and qualifies for Champions League, why not stay another year? Like, why not? Their contract says you can stay another year, why not stay another year? So yeah, I think if we lose, however, I don't know. I think the weird thing here is that we already know the answer. Not us. Jose knows the answer to this, and the Fredkins know the answer to this. I don't know. I think it's a 50-50. I hope it becomes 60-40 in favor of Jose staying, but it's something which right now I really cannot say, because sources, media sources, say completely different, opposite things in the space of days. So yeah, that's what I will say. 66% say Jose stays and 34% say Jose leaves. Right, looking at the top 4 situation. Top 4. Napoli done, Lazio done, and Inter done. I mean, technically not done. Inter is technically not done. But yeah, I mean, Napoli and Lazio have already qualified. Inter is basically already qualified. It's between us, Roma, and Atalanta. Juventus are going to get cut off the European tournaments, so I'm not massively worried about them. If Milan lose, if Atalanta lose tonight and Milan lose tomorrow against Juventus, we would go 2 points ahead of Atalanta and 1 point, if we win today obviously, and 1 point behind behind Milan. And then everything comes to the last game, where if Milan drop points against Verona at home and we win, we get top 4. So we need Inter to win tonight. We need Juventus to win tomorrow. We need us to win against La Spezia, and we need Milan to drop points against Verona. If that happens, we're in the Champions League next season. Imagine after all this wuss and this huffle-puffle everything, we get Champions League via the league. We have to win today. And if we win today, the chance is there. It's still a hard chance, but it is there. And also the interesting thing is that let's say we lose that Europa League final, everybody plays at the same time in the last game week of the season. So Roma, La Spezia, and Milan against Verona would be played at the same time, kind of like today in the Bundesliga and tomorrow in the Premier League, which is going to be interesting. It's going to be heated. But yeah, let's focus on today. Let's focus on the final, and let's focus on our game next weekend. That will sum up the season. Simon, let's be honest, if PSG oil throw money at him, I mean big money on transfer, he will be tempted to go. I agree on the money part, but I don't agree on the humane part. PSG is a toxic club. PSG is a ridiculous club, and I'm pretty sure Mourinho once said that the French league is a farmers' league. He can go. He can go about, when it comes to money and that, he can go there, obviously. But I'm also reading PSG biggest party is not Mourinho, and it's Zidane. So I don't know. I don't wanna get into that. I just put the poll out there because it's something which we will have to think about if it does happen. If Jose does leave, the replacement is gonna be a big replacement. I've said this already. I have a few contacts which are confirming this. I tend not to fuss them too much, but people are saying that if Jose leaves, the next manager is going to be a big manager, because the Fredkins know that you can't go from a manager like Mourinho to a manager to an unknown manager. You need another big manager to kind of, yeah, don't make the fan base recriminate Jose too much. I think if Jose leaves, Nagelsmann comes or Conte comes. That's my initial prediction. But yeah, again, I don't want to get into it. When are you leaving for Budapest? I'm leaving on Monday. Stay tuned for the YouTube series. It's gonna be a big one. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Monday I'm leaving. On Tuesday, the first episode of the series will come. Basically, the plan of this week is very, very simple. Monday, match preview for the final, recorded match preview. Tuesday, episode 1. Wednesday, stadium vlog. Thursday, episode 2. Friday, episode 3. And I'm back on Friday, and then everything restarts all over again. Yeah. Mancini warming up. I think he's going to give Smalling a rest. Obviously, we have to take turns in this. So yeah, 64% say staying and 36% say leaving. So everyone's pretty confident that Jose is staying. Yeah. Right. Second half is about to start. Now that we've answered this poll, let's answer the other poll. Ideal replacement. Ideal potential replacement. Antonio Conte, Julian Nagelsmann, and then who do we put? A Spalletti return. It's very unlikely. It's not gonna happen because the fan base doesn't want him. But why not put him there? Because I've read some little rumors about this. But yeah, there's no part of me which believes in this. Conte, Julian Nagelsmann, the Spalletti return, and I'm gonna put one which I don't want. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it to these three. Ideal replacement. The last one is not gonna happen, but apparently there is a little potential chance. It's forget about the Spalletti. It's not happening. No, Luis Enrique. You don't want Luis Enrique. He already managed Roma. My dad says Luis Enrique at Roma was one of the most boring teams you've ever seen. Enrique is a boring manager. I love Enrique because he used to be a Roma manager, and obviously everything that has happened to Enrique, you love him as a person. I don't like him as a manager. Even this World Cup with Spain, terrible World Cup, terrible World Cup. He's a classic Spanish manager. Tiki taka, ball from the right to the left, to the left to the right, for 90 minutes. You don't want Luis Enrique. I mean, at least I don't want Luis Enrique. Good manager, but he's already managed at Roma and his experience was bad. So, yeah, that Zerbi is not happening. I think I would love the Zerbi, but it's not happening. Right, Chilik and Mancini in, by the way. Right, let's bring it on. Second half. Allegri, nobody wants Allegri. Terrible manager Allegri is. Even worse than Luis Enrique. Second half started. Why do you guys talk about this topic? Is there any news of Jose leaving? It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50. It's unpredictable. You read one day Jose leaves, the next day you leave Jose stays, coming from the same source. It's something. Let's keep it away in a box. After that final, in the post-match interview, Mourinho's gonna get asked, are you gonna stay or are you gonna leave? And that is where everybody will know if Jose stays or leaves next season at Roma. We can't do anything about it. If he leaves, we can't do anything about it. If he leaves, I mean, look, I think it's going to be a disastrous day if Jose leaves, because I've said it 20 times, he's built something which no manager will ever build. But if he leaves, we can't do anything about it. So yeah, I still think Jose stays. Always. I think at the end, the affection of the fans and the bond between him and the teammates and his players are going to convince him to stay. But again, let's focus on this second half and let's focus on the final. Alright, that looked like a handball, I'll be honest. That looked like a Mancini handball. No, that wasn't a handball. It touched his chest. What do you think about our new kit? It's insane. It's insane. I'm gonna get bankrupt this summer. Llorente punches the Jovic on the floor. Jorge Jesus. No idea who he is. How many of you started supporting Roma because of Jose? It says AC9. Thiago Pinto will bring in another Portuguese for sure. I think Thiago Pinto leaves. I don't know. And another reason, if Thiago Pinto leaves, I see Jose staying. So back in goes. Schulich heads it. Who got subbed off? Smalling from Mancini, and who was it? Who got subbed off again? El Shrawi got subbed off. Schulich. Belotti. Fiorentina players onto an offside. Belotti fights again. Offside doesn't come. Zalewski goes. Too many dribbles. Duncan. How are you doing, Simo? Everything okay? I am great, mate. How are you? Right. So back in touch to Tahirovic. Right, I've got another poll for everyone here. Oh, Zalewski runs. Ooh, he got pulled there. Yeah, yellow card. That's a free kick. Player even complains. How do you complain for that? Right, my next poll is this one. If we win today, ... do we get top 4? Yes. No. Let's see. I'm gonna test everyone's optimism here. If we win today, do we get top 4? No. Do we get top 4? Yes. Free kick for us. Everyone, if you haven't already, smash that like button. It's the last live watch along of the season. If you want live watch along next season, if you want this series to continue, please smash the like button. Do it for every single player which has made us proud this season. And yeah, please do it. Terrible free kick. What a waste. Can I also say, Svilor, fair play to Svilor. What's your take on Vini Jr. whole situation? Obviously, no room for racism. What should we do it in Italy? More education, harsh punishment, all of these things. I think the Vini situation is one of the worst incidents in football. I mean, the only player which I think has gotten worse racial abuses in these past years, in this next gen, is Balotelli in Italy. And as an Italian, I will say my country is a very racist country. So is Spain. It's terrible to see. The fact that Vinicius had to stop doing what he loves doing to indicate a person to the referee and kick him out of the stadium. It just shows you the level of ignorance that in 2023 people still have. Vini is one of my favorite players. In fact, Vini is my favorite player. I've said it many times. My favorite players are Vinicius Jr., Gavi from Barca, Kante from Chelsea, Tammy, Dybala, all of these players. Vini's my favorite player, and to see your idol, because Vini is my favorite player, to see your favorite player go through so much in a way that the entire stadium was singing monkey to him is it just makes you want to throw up. And the only difference which I think the only difference which I'll find, which is a useless difference, because at the end of the day it's always racism. And don't take this as me trying to defend my own country, because my country as an Italian is a racist country. But the only difference which I've seen between racial abuse incidents in Italy and in La Liga recently is that in La Liga they've been I'm not trying to use the word bigger, because at the end of the day it's always racism. But in Italy lately you have one ignorant, one cretin, two cretins throwing racial insults at a player. What I've seen in Valencia's ground last week, I mean, I've never seen this in my country. What a save! Maybe I was too little when the entire Balotelli situation happened, but I'm not aware of any stadium in Italy in these past years where the entire stadium sings monkey to a player. There are a lot of incidents in my country regarding individuals, but the entire stadium was one of the worst images I've seen in this last generation of football. It was so sad to see Vinicius. There was a camera angle of Vinicius' expression when the entire stadium turned against him. I don't know. I think what has to be done is harsher punishments. But another thing is that the La Liga president is never going to change anything, because he's the dickhead himself. The La Liga president, Javier Tebas, if I'm pretty sure that's his name. Javier Tebas is the most, let's say it, the most fascist, one of the most fascist players in the world of not player, one of the most fascist and racist individuals that is currently operating in the world of football. And when you've got such an individual being the responsible one, the leader, the one which the president of the La Liga Association, then things will never change. That guy is a dick. That guy is like, he's a human scrotum. That's what that guy is. That guy is like, he's a human scrotum. That guy's a disgusting human being. Disgusting human being. I respect your honesty about your admission about Italy. This is how you grow as a community, to admit first where things are wrong and improve it as a community. Absolutely. Absolutely. There is no need for me to say, trying to defend my country, go Italy is not racist. Italy is a racist country. It is. It really is. Especially, again, we're watching a Roma game, so let's not get into politics. But if you're Italian, if you're not Italian, you know who's leading the government in Italy right now. And look, I'm not going to say anything, because I really do not care about it, in a sense that I'm watching a football game. Why do I need to speak about that? But things are not going to get any better. That's all I'll say. Right, Tammy, Darboe and someone else is warming up. Just the camera angle hood him away. Lazio fans are making the Serie look bad. Yeah, Lazio fans are the most racist in Italy, and that's not just me, us saying it because we're Roma fans. If you follow the Serie, you will know why. Oh, it's a counter-attack. Genie goes, Genie goes, Genie goes. Oh my god, Genie. It's a foul from Solbakken on Terzic. Yellow card for him. Main reason why countries like Italy and Spain have struggled to grow economically is because of regressive attitudes. Simon Conte's a bottle job, never reached European final and he's no compared to Mourinho. This is talk concerns. So back and kicks it away. I would love for us to get another goal, you know. I think another goal would help us morally. Even better to get into that final. Maybe if Tammy scores today. Right, it's the goal himself. He's getting subbed in. Brian Cristante. Right, let's see what people think on the top 4 optimistic situation. Oh my god, look at that. If we win today, do we get top 4? 51% say yes, 49% say no. Oh my lord. That could not have been closer. 51 to 49. We just need Milan to crumble apart. Korzop is injured, mate. There are coaches who are good at leagues. There are coaches who are good at cups. Then there's Jose. I hope he never leaves. Papa Jose. Jose Mourinho. Jose. Right, Cristante. Is he playing as a centre back? Missori. By the way, if anybody is asking themselves why Pizzilli and Faticanti are not getting any call-ups in these last games, is because I asked myself that question. It's because they're playing the Under-20s World Cup, which is a very different, very, very, very different world of football. Look, you've got Italy who wins 3-2 against Brazil, and then Italy who loses 2-0 against Nigeria. It's not. We can't use the perspective we have of football right now. That kind of implanted with the Under-20s World Cup, because it's a completely different World Cup. Real Madrid are losing. Seville are winning. Oh yeah, Seville are winning. Rafa Mir. Oh, Seville have got Teles in defense. Teles Ocampos is a great player. Suso, Yusuf and Naziri. They've got good players. I'm scared. I'm scared for that final. Oh god. 20 minutes to go. No, sorry, it's 30 minutes to go. Dodo doesn't stop the ball. Fiorentina, to be fair, can I be very honest here? Fiorentina look like they don't care about this game even more than us. And it's a wrong attitude because their final is... When's the Conference League final? The 8th. 8th of June. 8th of June is next week. They've got plenty of time for that final. And look, then you've got Fiorentina, who, if they lose that final against West Ham, they're not going to get European Cups. Because they're currently 11th in the league. 3 points from Torino, who are 8th. And as things stand, would get Conference League if Juventus get banned from European Cups. I think Conference League is a fight between Juventus, but obviously if they get banned, Conference League is a fight between Juventus, Torino, Monza, Bologna and Fiorentina. I mean, Juventus gets Conference League. Or Atalanta gets Conference League. We still could get Conference League. But by winning today, I think... If we win today, I'd say we're 90% in the next Europa League season at least. If we win today, Conference League can slowly start to vanish away from our minds. As a Roma fan, I want Roma to win. As a Moroccan, I want Bono and Naziri to win. But Seville won it multiple times. We didn't, so I'm going with Roma. Good choice. Dodo. Predictions for Inter-Atalanta tonight? What are we thinking? Inter win, Atalanta win, draw? Sorry if I missed. Is there any chance that Juventus gets some points back? No, definitely not back. The question with Juventus now is they either get Europa League or Conference League, or they could get basically nothing because they could get banned from European Cups, and that's a big chance. Yeah, we need Inter to win. If we want to keep this top four alive, if we win today, we need Inter and Juventus to win tomorrow. Simon, what do you think of Chilik's season so far? Do you think he's underperformed, overperformed, and is that just his level? I think he's properly performed. He's had a bad start and a good end. So if you equal the two, I think he's averagely, he's performed well. I don't know, because a few months ago, I would have said sell Chilik. I am right now thinking we should keep Chilik and sell Korsdorp because Chilik is a good backup option. Fiorentina want a penalty. Referee says to drag up. Italiano's fuming with the referee. They're probably going to check that again. Zvilor saves this one. Chilik has had a bad start to the season, though. I think we can all agree on that. Chilik has had a few games where he was really, showed everyone that he's bang average. And I still think Chilik is a bang average player. But towards the end of the season, I think he's proven to me that he can be. And he can pose a good competition to whoever we buy in that position. So yeah, I'd say keep Chilik. Keep Chilik for one more season. Sell Korstop without a doubt. And yeah. I also would love to see. In fact, next debate is gonna go out in a sec. Right, let's put another poll on. A question on about Solbakken. Do we keep Solbakken or do we loan Solbakken? That's my question. Oh my god. No, I can't end that poll. If we win today, do we get top 4? 50% say yes, 50% say no. The next vote is going to decide everything. If you haven't voted that poll yet, do it. Because the next vote on that poll decides everything. And then I'm gonna end the poll and start another one. So I can't end it on a 50-50 note. It has to be a 51-49. So whoever votes now, you can change the entire universe. You've got the power to change the metaverse. It's still 50-50. I'd like Singo at right back. I'd love Singo as well. How many players coming back from rent next season? Quite a few, but I think a lot of them will get sold. Kluivert will get sold. Carlos Perez will get sold. Right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say this again. Please smash the like button if you haven't already. It's the last live watch along of the season, so please let's try at least and get 50 likes. So yeah, if you haven't already, please do it. Yeah, look, smash the like button to leave a good luck to these players, because the next time I'm going to ask for a like button is probably going to be after that final. So that smash that like button to wish them good luck. And yeah, do it. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you need to. Right, 51% say yes, 49% say no. I love the optimism. Let's end that one, and let's start another one. My next poll is going to be this one. What do we do with Solbakken? Keep, loan, sell. It's never going to be sell, because we have to give in time. But just have 3 of them. I'm going to put keep, loan, sell. Solbakken out, Ibanez in. Defensive composure for Mourinho in these last minutes. In these last 20 minutes. Good game for Solbakken, I think. I think he deserves a good round of applause. It's going to be Ibanez. Ibanez says 4, and from what I've gathered from his lip reading, he said Io Centrale means I'm going to be the central one. I'll miss these live watch-alongs. I'll miss them too. But yeah, it's going to be the last one, because for the final I'm going to go to Budapest. Can't wait. YouTube series is going to come your way. And then for last bets, I'm going to be at the stadium. Los Bets, yeah. I'm going to be at the stadium. So yeah, last live watch-along of the season. I'm going to try and go live for like pre-season friendly games, live watch-alongs. We're playing against Spurs. We're playing against Wolverhampton. Playing against Celtic, so it's going to be a fun one. We'll win the final. Ooh, we'll win the final. We'll play Champions League, no discussion. Love that, love that, love that. %63% say keep, 37% say loan. Nobody says sell. Good. Everybody showing that Norwegian appreciation. Cooling break. I still can't believe Borussia Dortmund bottled the title. Right, cooling break. Chulik giving indications to Zaleski and Tahirovic. He's your best backup option for Dybala. On the right side, it would be ludicrous to loan or sell him. Says Matteo Ruzzedu. Right, yeah, so majority says keep. 33% say loan and 4% say sell. Thoughts about Cassano from our youth team? I've not heard much of him, but I think he's gonna be good because our academy is good. So yeah. And then look, I'm gonna put as a last poll. I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put a maybe an unrealistic one, but obviously we've discussed how if we win Europa League, if we play Champions League, financial benefits, pot one in the Champions League next season, playing the Super Cup against Man City, that Europa League final will mean a lot also when it comes to attracting big players. Let's say Jose stays, attracting big players. If we win that final, we can all say that we're going to sign that shocking signing this summer. And I'm going to put a few options in. And let me know the one which you would love to see the most. I mean, let's think this through. In fact, let me give some options. Give me some options in the chat about the potential dream signing which could happen if we win Europa League. The first one which I'm going to put is Marco Asensio, because I could really see this happen, especially if Jose stays. Asensio, I'm going to put... I'm gonna put him. Maybe he's gonna extend his contract, but I'm gonna put him N'Golo Kante. Because if he doesn't, yet another free agent. But again, there is a chance that he's gonna renew his contract. So Marco Asensio, N'Golo Kante. Give me a few options in the chat about a realistic dream signing which could happen if we win Europa League. A realistic one, obviously. I mean, I think Asensio is pretty realistic. I can see it happen if we win Europa League. I can also see Kante happen if we win Europa League. But obviously, that being said, he can't renew his contract because otherwise it's not happening. Kwame in and Duncan out. Right, let's put Modric. Didn't Modric renew his contract, though? I'm pretty sure Modric renewed his contract. I'm pretty sure he did. Contract. Yeah. Modric is gonna renew, so it's not happening. I mean, yeah, it's bad. Maybe. No, wait, I don't know. Cause yeah, so some sources say he's close. Mane. I'd put Mane in. But I'm apparently Fabrizio saying he's planning to stay, but I'm gonna put him in just because why not? And I'm gonna put one more in. Who do we put? Vlahovic is not gonna happen. Because I've read Juventus are asking around 80 million for Vlahovic, so it's not happening. Bono. Yeah, okay, I'll put Bono in. Right, yeah, these four. Modric, I'd put Modric in, but Modric apparently has renewed his contract, or will renew his contract, so that means it's not happening. Again, Firmino. Alright, let's put Bono out and put Firmino in. again, some people might think these are unrealistic, and look, it can be unrealistic, but I just feel like if we win Europa League, we're gonna sign a shocking signing. So yeah, out of these four, who do you want? Anya. Bro, you from Italy? I am indeed. Corner kick to them. It's very delicate these last minutes. Because if we equalise this game, top four is officially done via the league. Kwame gets it with his balls. Dodo runs. Chilik slide tackles. Tahirovic stops the ball. Goes. We need a goalkeeper. Yeah, look, we'll do this poll, then we'll do another one about goalkeepers, and then yeah. I love the poll things because it's way easier instead of asking. Laporte. I can see it happen, but Mancini having a little bit of a fight with the referee there. Right, 5 more likes till 50 likes. Please smash it. Wish her good luck to the team before flying to Budapest. Do it via that click. 3 seconds. And it literally costs nothing. Lo Spezia lost 4-0. How? This weekend of football has been crazy. Tammy in and Zalewski out. I would love a Tammy goal. I would love a Tammy goal right now. I would love it. Get me a Tammy goal. Get me a Tammy the Daddy goal. Salernitana won again. Salernitana's an unbelievable team. Cross in. Bad shot. Ikone gets it. Zvilor blocks it. I am not even gonna answer to that question. Because I know concerns. I am not gonna answer that question because you know what I'm about to say. We can't spend 80 million. It's not like we don't want to spend 80 million. We cannot spend 80 million in the summer window. Will people understand this? It cannot happen. There is a rule against us, which means that we can't do that. So there is no need of us going, why don't we spend 80 million? Because we can't. We can't. It's forbidden. Forbidden. X. Boom. Done, done, done. Forbidden. You know, when something is forbidden, you can't go against that. Because if you go against that, then it's called breaking the rules. Thank God. Tammy in, yeah. Nayev, is he the West Ham player in defence is a reasonable signing? It's a foul for us. It's a foul for us. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's not a penalty. It's a foul for us. It looked like a penalty, but it's a foul for us. The guy dived. That was not a penalty. He dived. Remember when Udinese were in top 4? That's not a penalty. Shut up, Italiano. Do you think Zalewski, according to this season performance, might be going for it? No. We're keeping Zalewski. He's your golden boy. Yellow card for Mourinho. Hug between Mourinho and Italiano. We really need Juventus to win tomorrow. We really. I had one of those mind flashes. We really need Juventus to win tomorrow. And Inter to win tonight. Does the money Roma get from winning Europa League help? Definitely. If we win Europa League, we get a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. We get a lot of financial benefits if we win Europa League. Then Simon, we should also not aim for the league with free agent and potential future stars. But no, I don't agree with that. You know why I don't agree with that? Because this thing of that you're saying can be right, but it's right in the Premier League. I can guarantee you that talk concerns. Oh no. Cross in. Oh shit. 1-1. Fucking hell. It's 1-1. Oh, it's Jovic too. Fuck. Roma wants a foul. Who's he waving at? Did the guy get pushed there? Is it a push? Is that a foul? No, he's given it. It's a goal. It's 1-1. I mean, to be fair, we haven't done anything in this second half. We did nothing in this second half. They deserved that draw. But yeah, no, what I was going to say is, the thing about that is that it is true. You need to spend money to win the league, but you don't need to spend 100, 200 millions to win the league. At least in the Serie, you don't need to do that. Because you look at Napoli this season, and they have not spent the amount of money which you were talking about. They have had a very similar transfer window to us. It could also be argued we had a better transfer window than them, because we got players like Wijnaldum and Dybala. And they got players like, yes, Kvaratskhelia. It's very easy to say he was a great signing right now, not at the start of the season. So, look, we don't, to win the league, you don't need to spend 100, 200 millions, at least in the Serie. But the fact that you're coming from the Premier League makes you have a completely different perspective to this world of football. It's different. I've said this many times. It's different. Serie and Premier League are very different. Oh my God! Oh my Christ! What is happening? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck just happened there? That is terrible, lads. That is terrible defending. What the hell? That is so bad. This is terrible. This is terrible. Ibanez again. Top 4 is mathematically done. Bring Europa League on. It's the last chance. It's the last chance. I know, like, look, we don't care about this game, but losing like this is bad for our morale. Ladies and gentlemen, the last time we won in the league was 7 games ago. And in 3 days we were playing a Europa League final. This is not how you prepare for a Europa League final. It's not how you prepare. Especially when you're leading 1-0 and you lose 2-1. That's not how you prepare for it. Look, not that I massively care about this game, let's all be honest, but we were winning this game and in 5 minutes everything changed. Oh well. 5 minutes to go. Ibanez shoots, deflection, corner kick. Corner in. Terrible corner kick. Terrible corner kick. No, to be fair, I blame Ibanez. I don't blame Zvilor. What can Zvilor do there? Zvilor could have done something in the first goal, but not the second one. Second one was impossible to save. It was Ibanez who just went playing with his Lego on the floor. Like a baby. Bring him a baby mat next to him next time. I've had enough of Ibanez. I've said this, and I know this is me saying this right now because Ibanez just made a mistake. But I genuinely have had enough of Ibanez. Ibanez has cost us too many points this season. When a player costs you 3 points in the first derby. No, sorry, not in the first derby. 3 points in the derby. 3 points in the first derby. 3 points in the second derby. 3 points against Inter. 2 points today. 3, 6, 9, plus 2, 11. That's 11 points. That just one player has cost us. I have had enough of Ibanez. If anybody gives us 30 million for Ibanez, I'll be the first one. forget about regretting it. Forget about, oh, I regret Ibanez. I will bring him to the nearest post delivery and deliver it myself. Because I have had enough of Roger Ibanez making us lose points. I really have had enough. This season, Kumbula has been better than Ibanez when it comes to big chances. Every time Ibanez played this season, after that derby, after that first derby, towards that derby, it was great. It's that derby which killed him psychologically. To throw into them. Again, we've lost this game. And you know what I don't want to hear? What I don't want to hear right now, let's all be honest on this. What I don't want to hear right now is this. I don't want to hear any component of this team after today's defeat going, the referee was shit. Don't you dare say that. Accept the fact that you were shit today, and don't you dare blame the referees after this game. I love Jose, and I want Jose to stay for the next 50 years. But if Jose even dares to blame the referee today, it's rigged. Because the referee today has been a good referee. Great referee, and it's not a good excuse. It's not a good excuse to kind of distract the fans from going, oh, the referee was shit. No, we've been shit ourselves today. We've had one shot, one goal, and for the next 80 minutes, we closed ourselves down. Basta. But the referees, basta. It's not always the referee's fault. The referees cost us so many points this season, not today. So I don't even want to hear us blaming the referees. With that being said, coming towards this game, I didn't massively care. I did not massively care about this game. But obviously, when you lead a game, and top four could have still mathematically reopened. Now we've lost this game. Mathematically, it's done. Our season, our next season, our next 2 seasons, our next 3 seasons all depend on Wednesday. These lads have made us proud because they've reached that final. And I will forever be proud of this team. Full time, 2-1 to Fiorentina. I will always be proud of this team because nobody at the start of the season would have predicted this. And I am so proud of this team, regardless of the result. Because at the end of the day, in sports, there's a winner and there's a loser. We can win that final on Wednesday. We could also lose that final on Wednesday. And I will be proud of this team. But we have put ourselves in a position where for the past 2 months, we have snubbed the league. That's fine, because you've reached the final. But if you lose that final, I will be proud of you. But next season, I can only see things going downhill if we lose that final. I'll be proud of these players, because as I just said, nobody would ever predicted this. But if we lose that final on Wednesday, it's our fault. Because we've snubbed the league games for the past 2 months. The last time we won a Serie game was 7 games ago. 7 fucking games ago. 7 games ago is like 2 months ago. And okay, it's fine. Going all in Europa League. The squad depth isn't in favour of us going in all in 2 different positions. I'm all good when it comes to going all in Europa League. And as I just said and will repeat again, I will be proud of this team no matter what the result will be on Wednesday. But let's just be honest here. If we lose that final on Wednesday, everything goes downhill from there. And we will enter that final knowing this. We will enter that final knowing something very important. The players which will enter that final, every single component of this team which will enter that Puskas Arena on Wednesday. And I'm speaking about Tammy Abraham. I'm speaking about Boring Goal. I'm speaking about every single person, every single component of this team when they step into that Puskas arena with the pressure that they will feel, I want them to understand one thing. I am here playing this Europa League final. This Europa League final is... I'm playing everything in this final. I'm not just playing to win a trophy. I'm playing to win Champions League, to get in the Champions League. I'm playing to get more money. I'm playing to lift that trophy. Every single aspect links to that final. And we have put ourselves in a position where those players on Wednesday are playing for everything. I don't mind about the game today because it's understandable for a team to not care about a league game 4 days before a final. But you just know that we've snubbed Serie games for the past 2 months. Fine, and we're fine with that. If we lose on Wednesday, everything goes downhill. But if we win on Wednesday, we will enter a new universe. And I want these players during that final to think about this. Think about every single decision that you're going to make in that final. About Ibanez passing a ball. You just know that one little decision on Wednesday can make this team go downhill. With that being said, let's enjoy this final. We're going to play another European final. And it's a massive one. It's 10 times more massive than last season. Because we're playing for more than just a single trophy. We're playing for absolutely everything. It's the end of live watch-alongs for the season. Last live watch-along of the season. I will be leaving on Monday to make my way towards Budapest. We'll film everything for you guys. And yeah. All I can say is bring it on. Bring that final on. We've lost bad today. It's a bad loss today. And it's a bad loss today. But now we've lost. And now the focus from now on has to be on Wednesday. Because Wednesday is the game of the games. Wednesday is the game of the games. The games of the next 10 years. So bring it on. And hopefully we win. If you aren't ready, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, click all of the things below. I will catch you tomorrow with a stream. And then on Monday, I'll be making my way to Budapest. So, yeah, I'll catch you very soon. Bad loss today. Hopefully, on Wednesday, we can laugh at this loss. Catch you soon. Simon, out.